Chapter 1 History of Gaming in VR. Well, Nintendo did some weird thing back in 1995. Nintendo wanted to make something better than looking at a home-style 1995 TV, so you're asking what did Nintendo did? Well, instead of you looking at the TV while playing video games, instead both eyes have an LED monitors, so then you can play 2D games in virtual reality. It was not really good. It gave a lot of people problems like headaches and nausea. But after that it was kinda slow for almost 15 years. Wow, that's a very long time. In 2012 Oculus initiated a Kickstarter campaign to fund the Rift's development, after being founded as an independent company 2 months prior. The project proved successful, raising almost $2.5 million. In 2014, Sony announced Project Morpheus, its code name for the PlayStation VR, a virtual reality headset for the PlayStation 4, and you can also play it on PC too, but not as well, but who cares. Google made Google Cardboard. That made people think about how mobile smartphones can experience the godly thing is called virtual reality. You can watch YouTube with a headset on your face and put your phone in that slot and boom, you got a mobile experience with virtual reality. But that's not it for a mobile experience. Oculus Quest is our last segment of this chapter. The Oculus Go, it can be used wirelessly as a standalone device with its own integrated hardware, based on the Qualcomm Snapdragon 835 system-on-chip, running games and software from the Oculus Store using an Android-based operating system. It also utilizes Oculus Touch controllers, which are tracked via an array of cameras embedded in the front of the headset. The cameras are also used as part of the safety feature Pass-Through, which shows a view from the cameras when the user exits their designated boundary area. Chapter 2 Beat Saber. Beat Saber is a virtual reality rhythm game developed and published by Beat Games. The game takes place in a surrealistic neon-noir environment and features the player slicing blocks representing musical beats with a pair of contrasting colored sabers. And it came out on May 1, 2018. The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim VR. The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim VR is an action role-playing game. The player may freely roam over the land of Skyrim, which is an open-world environment consisting of wilderness expanses, dungeons, caves, cities, towns, fortresses, and villages. Players may navigate the game world more quickly by riding horses, paying for a ride from a city's stable, or by utilizing a fast travel system which allows them to warp to previously discovered locations. Robo Recall. Players control Agent 34, an employee of RoboReady, a leading manufacturer of service robots. As a recaller, it is the player's job to remove defective robots from circulation. After a virus causes RoboReady's products to rebel against their human masters, the recaller must disable all defective models and find the cause of the virus. Player can access 4 different weapons: a pistol, a revolver, a shotgun, and a plasma rifle, holstered on the hip or back. Players move by teleporting, which is controlled with the thumbstick. Although principally a shooter, the game allows players to physically grab enemies, dismantle them, throw them, and in some cases use their weapons against other enemies. Enemy projectiles like bullets and missiles can also be caught and thrown back at enemies. The game awards point bonuses for certain types of kills, and a multiplier for unbroken kill streaks. Scores are uploaded to online rankings at the end of a stage. Minecraft VR. Minecraft VR is a 3D sandbox game that has no specific goals to accomplish, allowing players a large amount of freedom in choosing how to play the game. Minecraft is a blocky game with mobs, items and more. You can play with anyone online and you don't have to worry about the time. There is no time, just having fun. and William played this game since 2013. He was a kid enjoying every SEC in the game, and he still plays Minecraft on the weekly basis. But we are not talking about William, we are talking about how VR changed the world of game. Next game. Superhot VR. Superhot VR is an independent first-person shooter video game developed and published by Superhot Team. Though the game follows traditional first-person shooter gameplay mechanics, with the player attempting to take out enemy targets using guns and other weapons, time within the game progresses at normal speed only when the player moves. This creates the opportunity for the player to assess their situation in slow motion and respond appropriately, making the gameplay similar to strategy video games. The game is presented in a minimalist art style, with enemies in red and weapons in black, in contrast to the otherwise white and gray environment. Star Wars Squadrons VR. Star Wars Squadrons is a space combat game, played from a first-person perspective. Players take control of starfighters from either the Galactic Empire or the New Republic Navy. In these ships, they can utilize the movement of power between the ship's functions of weaponry, shields and engines to defeat their opponents in combat. Imperial starfighters do not have shields, resulting in other additions to their class so that the two teams would be balanced. As players earn more experience, they can unlock new weapons, shields, upgrades and various cosmetic items for the pilot and their ship. Completing daily challenges and operation challenges will also give players glory, which can be spent on purchasing cosmetic unlocks. Players can check the ship's status, shields and powers by viewing the instruments in the ship's cockpit. VR Chat. VRChat's gameplay is similar to that of games such as Second Life and Habbo Hotel 1. Players can create their own instanced worlds in which they can interact with each other through virtual avatars. Boneworks. Boneworks revolves around having realistic guns and a complicated physics system. In the game, the player must escape and battle their way out of a virtual city, revolving around realistic physics interactions. All objects in the world can be manipulated by the player according to the object's real-life size and weight. Small objects like cups or hammers can be easily picked up one-handed, while larger objects like crates or axes take more effort to be picked up. Weapons in Boneworks are very physical, with manual weapon reloading and hefty melee action to replicate how much effort the action would take in real life. Players can also pick up small enemies and throw them or bash them into a wall. Enemies can be simultaneously grabbed and shot. Levels in the game have many ways of accomplishing them, such as stacking boxes together or climbing a ledge. The game encourages all ways of completing puzzles, even if it means cheating or solving them in an unintended way. Here is our last game for the segments of the video. Half-Life, Alyx. Set 5 years before the collapse of the Citadel and the death of Eli Vance, Half-Life, Alyx follows a 19-year-old Alyx Vance as she journeys through the quarantine zone outside City 17 to uncover the secret of a Combine superweapon called the Vault. Combat takes advantage of the VR environment. Players are required to manually reload guns, and can perform tasks while still engaging in active combat. This game was the best VR game I've ever seen, and I am a bot. Hopefully you like the video. Williams bot out. Goodbye.